welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. I'm so glad you're here. This video is going to be about one of the services I used recently for our house in Drexel Manor. So as you guys probably know, if you've watched some of my videos, we have a 3-bedroom house in Drexel Manor just outside Ocho Rios. We've had it since, I want to say 2016, we took possession of the house. So it's been about 6 years since we've had the house. And when we purchased it, it had a solar hot water heater on the roof, which is great because then the sun warms the water and you don't have to pay more JPS fees to get that done. But what we were finding, and I've gotten some complaints actually from Airbnb guests and long-term tenants, that the hot water wasn't hot enough. Or it wasn't staying hot long enough, or some of them said the hot water, there was no hot water. So I really didn't experience this at our house when I was there. And typically when we go, it's my husband and I and maybe our kids, but we don't stay at the house during the day. When we are there, we are out going places, doing things. It's very rare that we're in the house during the day using water. And the reason I make that comment is because with the solar hot water heaters, the way they work, there's a tank on the roof. If you guys have bought a house that has a solar hot water heater, or you are thinking of buying a house that has a solar hot water heater, there is a tank on the roof. It's not a huge tank. I don't even know how many gallons it is, but to me it does not look very substantial. So if you imagine this tank is up there, the solar hot water heater has been working, and the whole tank is full of hot water ready to go. So you have a full tank. And if you're there during the day and say you wash dishes and you use hot water, it's going to use, okay, here, my tank is full here. It's going to use some of that hot water to clean the dishes. And then you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands with hot water. It uses a little bit more. And then you make lunch and you have to use some hot water to do that, or you wash your dishes again and it uses up more hot water. Well, during the day, the sun is taking an energy and heating the water. However, if you're at 3/4 of a tank and then you have 4 or 5 people come in at the end of the day and want to take a hot shower, it's going to run out of water. There's not enough water there that is hot to offset the amount of cool or room temperature water that's being filled up to the max of the hot water tank. So I hope that's making sense. I don't know if I'm explaining it quite right, but if you are using hot water during the day, it's going to slowly take away water you have in your hot water heater, and then it's not going to be replenished maybe at the same rate that you're using it during the day. And then at night when you go to take your shower, you're going to get a mix of hot water, yes, but it's going to be mixed with cool water. So it might feel warm, it might feel lukewarm, not even warm. So I think that's what was happening a lot of times, is people would be at the house during the day using water all during the day, and then when they wanted to take their shower, then there wasn't enough hot water. So we at Drexel, we have this WhatsApp group with a bunch of the residents, so we always share ideas on what's going on. So all of the houses in our community and all the Chemtech communities that I know of have them. I know Drexel Country Club has a hot water heaters. The Stonebrook Manor in Trelawney, where we bought a house, it has the same thing. So I don't know if it's a case where we bought the house in 2016 and maybe the hot water heaters or the solar panels weren't as efficient then, because I haven't heard any complaints from my tenant in Trelawney. So maybe it's like an upgraded version of the solar hot water heater. But the house in Drax Hall, I definitely got some complaints. So I asked some of the neighbors and what they have done to try to solve this issue is they've installed a switch. And what the switch does is it allows the water to be heated by electricity versus solar. So you can use the solar hot water heater, but if the water runs out or it's not hot enough, you can always turn on the switch to have the water heated by electrical current. So keep in mind, this will affect your JPS bill, which I always talk about, you know, it's way too high in a lot of places in Jamaica. So keep that in mind. So we had this switch installed, and the gentleman that did it, Mr. Malcolm, did an excellent job. The job took about a day and a half. So if you have this done, just kind of figure 2 days to get the job done. And what happens is when you flip that switch, you can leave it off normally. If you're just doing stuff around the house during the day, just leave it off and use the hot water that's in the tank from the solar panels. But if you go to take your shower and it's not warm, or if you've been using a lot of water during the day, what you can do is flip the switch, and in about 5 or 10 minutes, you'll have hot water. So I checked with the tenant there at Drax Hall. She said it's working great, no problems. The water is hot, so it does work. It's a great solution. I am not sure what the implications on the JPS bill will be. So I will definitely let you guys know when I find that out, if there's a huge difference or if it's a minimal change in the bill. But this is a great way if you guys have Airbnb guests staying at your house. One of the things that you check on Airbnb is if you have hot water. So if you say you have hot water, you really want to have hot water. And make sure that if you do this, that you let the guests know that there is that switch, and they can put it they put the switch either in the kitchen, or they can put it by the fuse box. Our fuse box is like behind the door in the living room, so they can put the switch there by the fuse box, because they actually have to go through there to pull the electric to heat the water. So that's a convenient place to put it. So if you do install this, let your guests know that there is that switch. If they have a problem with the hot water, they can turn it on. I would suggest not leaving the switch on all the time, because what that's going to do is pull probably more electrical current than you would like to heat the water. So let the default be the solar hot water heater. Then if for some reason the guest has an issue with the hot water, they can turn on the switch and have hot water in 5 to 10 minutes. And I venture to say it will be most useful for houses where there are 6 adults staying there, and maybe everybody's trying to take a shower at the same time to get ready to go out to dinner or something like that, where there's a lot of water being used at one time. I think that's where it will really be beneficial to have a switch like this. So let me know what you guys think. If you have done this before, if you have a switch at your house, maybe you have a house that has a solar hot water heater that isn't working as efficiently as you would like, this might be an option. I'm going to add Mr. Malcolm, the electrician who did this for us. I'm going to add his information in the description, and I'm also adding him on my website as one of my contractors. So he's a really great gentleman, easy to work with, very personable, and he has really good response times. So if you are interested, check him out. He's on WhatsApp, so you can communicate with him easily from the US or the UK or Canada. So that's another great thing as well. So let me know what you think in comments, and I will see you next time.